All right, this is the Payne Whitney Gymnasium. It's 9 stories tall. I am going to walk in there, but I won't put my camera on. Don't ask me what year this was built, but Payne Whitney, is skull and bones, as was his grandfather. I mean, his father, Collins Whitney, they were skull and bones. But I believe Payne Whitney's son, John Hay Whitney, conspired with Nelson Rockefeller to kill JFK. Now, you got to read my book to get into all that history. But now, John Hay Whitney was scrolling key. He didn't follow his father's footsteps as far as fraternal affiliation. But it's 9 stories tall. Biggest gymnasium in the world. But they were very athletic, you know. John Hay Whitney was on the cover of Time magazine. He was a championship polo player. Well, you know, plays polo, very rich people like kings. And they also had thoroughbred racehorses. Well, they're huge in thoroughbred racehorsing. But they're related to, they're heirs to Standard Oil fortunes, you know. Because Standard Oil co-founder, Payne, Colonel Oliver Payne, had no children, had no wife, and he inherited all his money, went to his, actually it was his brother. Collins Whitney actually was Colonel Oliver Payne's brother-in-law. Payne came here to school and he became Collins Whitney, and they became best buds, and then Payne struck it big in oil, investing with John Rockefeller, and then we passed, all went to Collins, and it went to Payne, and it went to Harry, and it went to the grand nieces and nephews. This branch of the family, now Whitney family is huge, it goes back 4 centuries, but the branch of the family that had the big money they were the big Whitneys, were the ones who were descended from Collins Whitney. And I told you about Tracy Barnes, who was with the CIA. He's a Whitney too. And also John Hay Whitney was mentioned in, it's news. President Kennedy called out John Hay Whitney's newspaper in a secret society speech that he gave in 1962 in the Waldorf Astoria. He called out, John Hay Whitney owned the Herald Tribune, and he called out secret societies like Herald Tribune. He mentioned in the newspaper, and the Herald Tribune was mentioned in Warren Commission documents. Yeah, they pop up in Warren Commission documents, but it's only coincidental. Everything's a coincidence about Oswald. Everything else is just a coincidence. I'm going to take a walk in there if I can. If they let me in. I won't use my camera in there. And then we're going to go... I want to go to Pearson College and talk about how Michael Payne ties all this. Okay, folks.